Hey guys, this is Gamer here. I'm finally getting around to doing my Titanfall review. I picked it up on the 360, so that was already a setback from everybody else who's already seen reviews because it came out on the Xbox One a month earlier. And on top of that, I just haven't had the time to finish piecing it all together and kind of been doing Game of Thrones videos and just kind of catching up on some other things, but I finally got around to doing it. So here it is. Titanfall was created, developed by Respawn Entertainment. A majority of Respawn Entertainment is our members that came from Infinity Ward after being fired. I checked online and I confirmed over 30 of the 75 members. The game is now out on PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. This is the flagship title for Respawn Entertainment. This is their first game. This is a new IP, the first of the series. So there was a lot of hype for it, and I'll say for the most part, it lived up to the hype. Maybe not as much as they did hype it up to be, but you know what? The game's done pretty well. The game is a 6v6 multiplayer online only first-person shooter. This has had some issues with people because, you know, people don't like online only games, and if you have a shitty connection, you really can't play this game. So it's an unfortunate thing, but yes, it is only online. That is 100% confirmed. There's no split screen. There's no offline modes whatsoever. There's campaign and there's classic multiplayer. Now, campaign, I'll explain this first off. Campaign works in a weird way. You play through levels of the multiplayer, and you basically have small cutscenes at the beginning, and you access audio logs throughout the level. And there's conversation that goes back and forth that do tell a bit of a story. So it is there. There is a story there. It's not anything crazy in depth, but it's there. It's something for those of you who need a story in your game that is there, and it will satisfy the bit of a need for story that you do want to have. And it is kind of nice to see it implemented in multiplayer. And there's also basically your classic playlist of multiplayer mode, which includes attrition, which is essentially team deathmatch. There's capture the flag, pilot hunter, which is you only get points for killing other players, as to where in attrition you get points for also killing AI bots. Yes, there are AI bots, and this has bothered people as well. Well, the AI bots don't take the place of players. They do have their own functionality on the map, and they do allow you to kill the AI bots for points. So pilot hunter, last Titan standing, which is basically search and destroy, but everybody starts off with a Titan. You lose your Titan, you're done for that round, and then you go on to the next round. And then there's hardpoint domination. Okay, so before we jump into combat, I'm going to explain a couple of things. First off, there's the Titans and there's the pilots. They both function exactly the same on your controller, so that is not a problem. The Titans are basically these 20, 30 foot mechs that you can use to destroy your opponents. After a certain period of time in the match, and after getting a certain amount of kills, you get to unlock your Titan, which you get to eject onto the field. And if you lose your Titan's gone until the next round of however many minutes happens, and then so on and so forth. So you can get your Titan quite a few times throughout a match if you're doing well. The Titan and the pilots, though, do feel balanced. The pilots have kind of a parkour type thing. They have a jetpack, and it can allow you to run on walls, do double jumps. They also have a Titan weapon that can be used to take down Titans, like a rocket launcher with that shoots 25 rockets in about 10 seconds. And a few weapons that are meant specifically for taking down Titans. The thing is, a Titan that is aiming straight at a pilot can just massacre him, like no questions at all. He can kick the shit out of him. But if you play smart with the pilot, you can take down multiple Titans in a life, so it doesn't feel unbalanced. You don't feel like you only want to be the Titan. What's cool about the Titan 2, you can pull it onto the field and not even use it. You can leave it there, and it'll go into an auto mode, where it'll protect you or protect an objective. You don't have to use the Titan if you prefer to play as the player. Also going to explain bots real quick. Bots are thrown on the field not to replace players. They are much easier to kill and kind of seem to be easy point grabbers. Like you can go and kill 4 bots and get about the same amount as you would get to kill a player. And the bots kind of just stand there. to be honest. For the most part, occasionally they'll shoot at you, but for the most part, they just kind of seem to stand there. So being in a multiplayer game, it obviously has to have a fairly decent level up system. It's pretty simple, works a lot like Call of Duty. Unfortunately, this game is compared directly to Call of Duty because it is made by a lot of the people who have functioned making Call of Duty. You have a level 50 cap. Once you reach that level 50, you are able to, I guess, do a prestige type thing. It's called becoming a generation pilot, where you become second, third, fourth, fifth generation, and you lose all your items, everything like that. You lose all your weapons, and you reset back to 0 with a new title, essentially. As you level up to level 50, you unlock more weapons and abilities and just ways that you can do better in combat. So, also in terms of it being an Xbox One game before an Xbox 360 game, I've been playing it for a while, and I've been watching some gameplay for the Xbox One, and as far as I can tell, there isn't a damn difference. So you select each of your game modes, and at the very end, there's actually a kind of cool feature. You get the chance to evacuate and get on a dropship to gain some extra points if you guys lost. And if you won, you have to try to kill these pilots, and it basically puts it as a search and destroy thing for at the end of each round. If you can get to your dropship, you can get out and get some extra points. I mean, extra like 300-400 points. So, I mean, it's nothing special, but if you are the only one on your team doing half decent, then it doesn't feel like you got gypped completely, because I know I've gone into a few matches on Call of Duty where I'm doing fairly decent and the rest of my team is doing absolutely horrible, and I suffer completely because of it. So it does give you that kind of like, okay, well, I'm not a failure. I don't lose this time if my team is doing crap, because you can actually do pretty well in a lone wolf style. In terms of its negativity, I didn't find too much. Its lack of an actual story mode kind of bugged me. It's just multiplayer. The lack of in a bot mode, you can actually learn how to play on your own. You know, it kind of bugged me, but the game is accessible. For those of you Call of Duty fans that wanted a little bit more accessibility, this is the game for you. It's very easy to get into. I, though, had a problem with the fact that I found myself often using the smart pistol. The smart pistol basically allows you to lock onto any enemy in front of you, and it takes however many seconds to lock onto players and however many to lock onto bots. I found that for the most part I was sticking to the smart pistol for like my first prestige, essentially. And I didn't use anything else because it was so easy to get high point games and do well on your team with the smart pistol. It just felt a little bit overpowered, but you know what? It doesn't feel too overpowered when you're fighting against other players. Somebody with an assault rifle can take down somebody who has a smart pistol, but it is very easy to kill bots with the smart pistol. So overall, Titanfall is a very fun and interesting game. I had very little to no problems with it, and the servers all act very well. It's done very well. It's done very fluidly, done very fast. If you are looking for a fast-paced first-person shooter, this is the game for you. You can't go wrong. But if people get bored of it and once the servers go down, then I guess you have a problem. That was the one biggest problem with MAG. It went down way too quick. Once people stopped playing it, they pretty much stopped playing it. It's done. Once the community is gone, then you have no game. So, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. But anyways, that's my review for Titanfall. I'm giving Titanfall a 91 out of 100. It had very few flaws, just a couple of things that bothered me, but for the most part was a very well built game, and I enjoyed the hell out of it, and I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. Anyways guys, that's my review. I thank you all for watching, and you know what, as usual, stay fucking metal, and we'll see you next time.